Brandon back with new episodes of SexxxPerTease. Today's question is, I've recently become into gaining. I'm really turned on by like big bellies and like feeding and guys with like man boobs, etc. So I've been wanting to broach the idea to my boyfriend that I want him to get bigger. How should I go about this? Well, I'm kind of really against the idea of telling, I guess, whoever you're dating or seeing that you want them to look differently to be more attracted to them. I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster and wrong. But you could always just say, like, hey, this really turns me on, and I think I want to get into it and try it. And I think it would help us in our sex life. It maybe if you got fatter, but on the other hand, your boyfriend might not want to get fatter, and maybe he likes his body the way it is, or maybe the opposite angle. He wants to get skinnier, more muscular. So it is a huge dilemma. So I guess that's why it's a good question to ask. But I just think that you really have to think about it. Like if you are attracted to something that your partner isn't part of or isn't your type anymore, maybe it's time to break up and then go pursue guys that are your type, or maybe even open with relationships so that this could be something that you can pursue with other guys that are into it instead of trying to make your boyfriend into something that he's not. Since in any relationship, if two people enter a relationship and you're both attracted to what the other is, and then suddenly one person changes their body, whether they get like plastic surgery or they get fatter or thinner or start working out, and then they're suddenly not like the body type you're primarily attracted to, that's always going to be an issue in every relationship. So I think it's important to, I guess, openly discuss what these changes will have impact on your relationship and attraction and sex drive. So I do think just you should talk about it with your boyfriend, or maybe start talking about things that, hey, what are you into, or is there anything new that you're suddenly into, and then you tell them what you're into. Maybe they have something they're into that you can help pursue, or maybe even you can start small with like feeding and say like, I'm really into the idea of just like feeding. It can be like an every now and then thing instead of like stuffing them getting them fat like every single night. But I do think that you have to be ready to maybe think that this is something that could ruin your relationship if it's in something they're really against. Like if they are really against getting fatter for your pleasure, maybe you should pursue it with other people, or just not pursue it if you're more interested in maintaining your relationship. Like even if you wanted to get fatter, like your partner could still be bothered by it and be turned off by you. Like I don't think love is unconditional if someone completely changes who they are outside and on the inside as opposed to the person that originally was attracted to you. So when you make big changes, it could ruin your relationship. But just talk about it with your partner. Maybe see what you can do to compromise, or maybe start small getting into it. Maybe make it an every now and again thing instead of like, you need to change your body for me to be more turned on by you. So yeah, just start small, bring it up, and see how they react. Hope that helped answer your question, and join me again for more episodes of SexxPerTease later.